a black kid from Canada. So it's kind of come about in the last, I don't know, 10, 12 years that we've put more emphasis on diversity in hockey. And I think it's great because obviously hockey is a game for everyone.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, so in your eyes, it really wasn't that big of a made that big of a deal, and it wasn't that big of a deal to you back then. More so now.
No, it's definitely more so now because I think we just have there's more focus on that now with diversity. And back in the NHL in 1990, things were a little different. So I just feel proud that I was able to make it to the NHL and do a job that I loved and absolutely love to do.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing that you literally reached the pinnacle of your profession, and not many people can say they did that. But speaking of the pinnacle, I know that you over 1,200 games, number one,
actually over 1,600 games.
1,600. I was way off. So 1,600. That's a heck of a lot. That puts you in some elite territory, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I mean, there's usually a milestone. You're given milestones at 1,500 and 2,000, and because of injury, I didn't get to that pinnacle. But I'm very proud of the fact that I worked over 1,600 games, 204 playoff games, 7 Stanley Cups, and the Winter Olympics in 2010 in Vancouver.
Wow! So that's quite a resume. Do you have a favorite moment? Would it be the Stanley Cup Finals or Olympics?
Yeah.
Both of those are amazing.
Yeah, actually, I do have a favorite moment. I worked Stanley Cup Finals in 2011, Boston and Vancouver, and I was fortunate enough to work Game 7 in that series in Vancouver, and I had my mother and my family present, and it was an absolutely surreal experience.
Wow. No, that is, yeah, and that was almost hometown for you, as close as NHL goes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So did you grow up a Vancouver fan?
You know what? I was actually a Montreal Canadiens fan because I loved Guy Lafleur. So
who didn't, right?
Yeah, exactly. With his flowing locks heading down the right side.
Yeah, that was, every time I hear his name, that was my late dad's favorite player.
Yeah.
And I remember him taking us to a game and telling me, watch him, look at his hair flowing in the back. And like you mentioned there. So pretty cool. But I've actually got
a funny story about Guy. My second game in Boston in 1990, October 6, 1990, Quebec was playing Boston and Guy was playing for Quebec. That was his last year. And I remember just being so nervous that I was on the ice with my childhood hero.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Guy finished his career there, do they?
Exactly.
Yeah, so pretty cool. So speaking of Stanley Cup Finals, I got a pretty cool jersey on right here.
You do.
Yeah, this is actually Dan O'Rourke, one of your longtime friends. He wore this in the Stanley Cup Finals, not last year, but the year before, in the Edmonton Florida series.
Yeah.
And this is actually his jersey. And tell us a little about your relationship with Dan and some of the other officials throughout the league.
Oh yeah. I mean, Dan and I we go way back to when he first got hired. He got hired a little bit after me and then made the jump to switch from a linesman to a referee, of which he's been at the pinnacle for so long. He's a tremendous referee and an even better person. And our friendship has spawned, like I said, 30 plus years. And that's the beautiful thing about hockey is that you can meet people in a certain part of town, a certain time of your life. And then you kind of reconnect later on in life. And it was just, Dan has been just such a great friend to me over the years.
Yeah, they're important. Besides Dan, did you have a mentor that was kind of really helped you through that nervous moment, dropping the puck in front of Guy Lafleur to where you ended up in Stanley Cup Finals? Yeah,
I worked my first game with Don Kuharski and Kevin Collins, two longtime officials. That was back in the 3-man system, so we didn't have 4 referees. And the game in Boston was at 5:00, and we went to the baseball game after Oakland A's were playing the Red Sox, and we went to the ball game after our hockey game. So it was a pretty cool first experience. And Kevin Collins was an amazing mentor to me, as was Swede Knox, Randy Mitten, Ryan Bozak, and so many guys of that era that just ushered me in and accepted me as one of the brothers.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's super important right off the bat there. And speaking of one of those, we have a handful of mutual friends of course with Dan here, but the connection from me to Dan was actually someone that's also an Arizona resident, and that was number 8 in wearing the referee jersey over the years.
Well, Dave and I used to work in the Western League together back in the 80s. So I've known Dave, 40 plus years. It's just amazing. And funny story, the first game we worked together, we were working in New Westminster, British Columbia at the New West Bruins. And Dave walked in and had the exact same suit on that I had. We'd both gone to Eaton's and bought the same suit. Wow. So we laugh about that now.
Do you still have the suit?
No, it doesn't fit.
Gave it to Dave, so he's got a backup plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are about the same size too, I think. So
yeah. Well, I'm shrinking as I'm getting older.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So long career, 1,600 games and Stanley Cups and Olympics and Guy Lafleur and all this stuff. When did you decide to hang it up?
Well, I injured my hip in 2016 and I had a hip replacement, so I wasn't able to come back. So my last year was 2016, and it was, kind of tough the way my career ended, but in just thinking about how I could have another way to give back to the game, I think that's what's kind of fueled me. And it's exciting because the first 4 years after I retired, I really wasn't involved in hockey. And then I missed hockey and I missed purpose that I had with hockey. So it's exciting to be back in the league now, working as an officiating manager, predominantly in the American Hockey League, trying to develop our next group of officials to get up to the National Hockey League.
Wow. That's a perfect fit for you for sure. And we're going to show a short video here, but before that, we go ahead and start that. This isn't really just for in hockey. It's prevalent across all sports, challenge with referees. And you're seeing that too, right?
Yes, definitely. I mean, because of the abuse that officials have to take sometimes from parents, the kids are very reluctant to want to get involved in officiating. So kind of the spearhead of the Jay Shares officiating school was to give the grassroots officials ages about 14 to 20, 22, an opportunity to experience an officials camp and get instruction and try to get better at their craft.
Yeah, that's really cool. So we're going to start off. This video is a little bit about that, but it's also about the challenges that sports are having. So go ahead, Shazi, go ahead and kick that one off.
Hang on. Stand by. Sorry, that was a picture of it. I think this might be it.
Woo! We hit the ice flying.
You are a team of officials.
We're going to teach refereeing specific skills
Keep those legs bent.
to make your skating more efficient and more powerful.
Use that power.
Might not always like them, but officials are just another part of the game. And there's an urgent push to get refs back into youth sports to help curb a national shortage. Many are walking away from sports, saying the atmosphere is too toxic. According to a report from CHASA, 50,000 referees have quit since 2018. That's 20% of the refs nationwide. Now, the most common reason is bad behavior by parents. Our Jeff Todd shows how one man is training up the next generation to deal with negativity.
This isn't your typical summer camp. What happened inside this rink was intense officiating training from some of the teachers with top experience in the men's and women's games, some of them even with NHL experience. And from talking to the kids who are partaking, they said they almost feel a duty to do this officiating to keep the game that they love moving forward.
First guys go.
It's fun, it's challenging, and it's competitive.
Jay Scherz was the first black linesman and referee in the NHL, where he worked games for over 27 years. Now he's giving back to help the next generation of officials.
They're losing numbers in officiating, and that's not just hockey, that is also, any of the other sports.
We're going to go one edge at a time.
We felt it was important to try to gear something more to kids that are just getting into it, not sure if they want to try it, or don't have a lot of experience.
I'm Zeke. I'm from Pueblo. I've been refereeing for 4 years now.
Kids like Zeke and Maddie from Centennial know the sport they love needs people like them to keep it going.
I love that it's another way to learn different power skating and just see a different side of the game. So it's easier to be empathetic when you're playing.
Both say they've learned to handle conflict and overcome adversity while officiating on the ice. Dealing with out-of-line parents and coaches is part of the curriculum here.
And I think sometimes if there was a little more empathy or understanding to the fact that officials need to learn their craft and hone their craft just like a player does, perhaps we'd have a little more understanding and not so much abuse.
Many of these aspiring officials hope it will take them to the top leagues or even Olympics.
One of my goals has always been to just get to the NHL any way I can, whether that's behind the scenes, as a player, as a referee, whatever. So I'm just trying to give myself the best opportunity.
Both Zeke and Maddie also still play for their club and high school teams, so they said that officiating has actually helped them become better players. They also said getting a paycheck for officiating isn't too bad either. They're just hoping that they can continue to inspire younger generations to still get involved in officiating. In Superior, Jeff Todd covering Colorado First.
All right. Jay, that was filmed, I think, just this summer, right?
No, it was last summer.
Last summer. So tell us a little bit about this. You finished your career, kind of went 4 years, missed hockey, and back in now on the NHL level. But this is really cool. This is a officiating school named after you, and it's tell us all about it.
Well, it's named after me, but we're a team of many levels of officiating, from officials that have worked college, officials that have worked Olympics, World Championships. So we have a great staff. And the cool thing about what we do with this, it's nobody, including myself, takes a dollar from this school. What we do is after we pay the expenses, we create scholarships for kids that they can apply for their secondary education, post-secondary education. So last year we were able to award 3 scholarships, and this year we'll be having our scholarship meeting in January, and the kids can apply. And it's really imperative when I put my name on something that I wanted to give back, and I didn't want it to be something for me, but something for the kids, for what people did for me when I was coming up through the ranks.
Yeah, no, that's an amazing program. And how many kids are in it?
So we've cut it off at 40. So it's a manageable number, but obviously we're looking to always increase viewership and increase attendance. So partnering with you guys this coming year is going to be very exciting.
Yeah. And so this is a once a year camp, and it does happen right here in Colorado, right?
Yes. Yeah. We picked Colorado just because some of our organizing committee, Andy Hudson, Kelly Collier, Rob Coggins, they're local guys that had ties to Colorado, and we were very excited to come there. I worked a lot of games in Denver over the years, and it's such a great place to start giving back to what was given to me.
Yeah, and we mentioned a couple names before, but you actually have some pretty big names coming in and mentoring and on top of yours, right?
Yes, we had Dave Jackson, Brad Watson, Tom Chmielewski, Johnny Grant, all with NHL experience, and we had Jackie Spresser, Kendall Hanley. I know I'm going to miss somebody, but they were excited to get behind what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean that is just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to the folks in stripes for a camp. It's a 4 or 5 day camp?
3-day camp. Come in
3-day
on a
camp.
Friday. Yeah, come in Friday at 3:00 and go till Sunday, all day, half day Friday, full day Saturday, and half day Sunday. And the cool thing is the kids get to referee games while they're there
Wow.
with youth hockey that we bring in, and we're able to provide them an opportunity to work a period or two encompassed in the school itself.
Yeah, no, that's really good. And so you did mention the scholarships, and the scholarships aren't for this camp per se. The scholarships are much bigger. They're for secondary education
Yes.
purposes, right? And how does one I mean, we'll talk about it a little bit more, but sign up for the camp and find out about it. And then number two, how do you choose your scholarship recipients?
So basically, we have our organizing committee. The kids apply. It has to be a kid that's gone to the school. Sorry, young man, young woman that's gone to the school, and then they can apply having attended the school, and then we put it together that they're able to that they're able to apply for the scholarships.
Yeah. And they have to have gone to the camp to get the scholarship though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So our exciting thing that we want to come on today, because this is really exciting. At Dawg Nation, we talk about hockey is for everyone, and you're a perfect fit, breaking the color barrier. But the jersey I'm wearing with Dan's father, the reason I got to know Dan was his father was going blind, and Dave Jackson told me about this guy named Dan O'Rourke in the NHL, and he wanted to see what options his dad might have to play hockey. So there's the blind hockey thing, and we also talked about sled hockey and some of those other disciplines there, and possibility of when you and I first talked, well, maybe it might be a neat idea to incorporate some of that into these camps. But we took this much further, and because right off the connection you and I had, and Andy and I, and Rob, and so on and so forth, and knew a lot of the same people, we're super excited that this is the Jay Scherer's officiating school is now actually a program under Dawg Nation Hockey. And honestly, from me, Jay, we could not be more proud.
Well, thank you. And I know when you and I met, it was just such a cool experience that we clicked right away. And both, this game is so great. It gives so many people an opportunity to, play and to officiate and to travel and to make good friends. And the cool thing about our school is that we also basically have instruction on lifetime decisions, like lifestyle decisions. And so it's all under the umbrella of officiating, but we try to make the camp more encompassing than just an average certification camp that the kids would go to.
Yeah. Do you already have the dates for this year's?
So tentatively
next year.
Tentatively, we're August 7th to the 9th. We'll be, once we meet with our selection or our organizing committee next month, we'll probably have a firm date, and we'll be releasing that in January or February.
Yeah. And for everyone else out there, a lot of people are pretty familiar with dawgnation.org, our website. You'll just, under the programs link, it'll be a drop down, and you just click on that and it'll say Jay Scherer's officiating school. And on there, you'll be able to sign up for the program. You'll be able to donate directly to the program, different things like that, where those become any donation to that will go directly to the costs of running, because there still are costs. Despite lots of volunteer hours, there still are costs for us to run this. And the more we can offset those, the bigger scholarships we can give. And Jay, I know that's you and I's main goal here.
Absolutely, Marty. Everybody needs help when they're trying to, start out in life. And I can't believe how this has grown just in the 3 out of 4 years that we've had it. And to partner with Dawg Nation is absolutely exciting for us, because I don't think we anticipated this getting the recognition that it's getting. So we're really happy about that. We're pleased about that.
Yeah, and that goes both ways. And so we've got another video here, and this one's a short one. It's about a minute long, and it's some of the footage from one of your camps, and this is a little bit different than the focus with a referee is on skating, obviously, and linesmen, and rather than stick handling and shooting. And so this is a little bit of that.
Yep.
Woo! We hit the ice flying.
You are a team of officials.
We're going to teach refereeing specific skills
Keep those legs bent.
to make your skating more efficient and more powerful.
Use that power in that leg to just get down and stay in that athletic position.
We're still athletic. We're balanced.
We don't have practice like players. This is our practice.
We want you to go from here to here.
Good job. Just remember when you're starting, keep that, use that flexibility in your legs.
We're going to cover some of the referee-specific skating.
And this is about learning life skills in addition to learning officiating skills.
Nothing happens off balance.
ETJ, enjoy the journey.
Yeah, you can see that one was from a couple of years ago, but I'm sure a lot of that goes from year to year. And as a beer league skater myself, I got sore just watching that 1 minute there. So I'm pretty sure I don't get in the athletic position too often. But,
trust me, my days of getting in the athletic position have pretty much got that ship sailed.
So the end of that, I want you to kind of touch on. There was a little quote at the very end, and I believe that comes from your dad.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And so why don't you kind of expand on that? Because when I love quotes and I love little things like that. And your dad obviously shaped you and your brother immensely to both having tremendous careers, your brother in a different way.
Yes.
But tell us about that quote and what it means to you.
So my father was from Kingston, Jamaica, and he immigrated to Canada in 1966. I was born in 67, and he was a very thoughtful, thought-provoking man. And he used to just say, enjoy the journey, ETJ. But in addition to that, our theme for this coming up camp is going to be E equals E, effort equals excellence.
Yeah, those are great. I see those as our Jay Shares shirts in our merchandise there, because I certainly would wear both of those. And but Jay, this is really, really exciting for us. It's Colorado Gives Day is a big day, and a lot of people are tuning in. So thank you for everyone that's tuned in. We've actually just recently gone over $50,000 for today already. So wow. Thank you, everybody that's out there. As you know, we can't do this without you guys. We can't do the school without donators, and we can't give away scholarships without donators. So keep them coming, and we can continue to change the world together. But this is a really, really exciting thing for Dawg Nation to have the Jay Shares Officiating School as part of Dawg Nation's programming. And thank you. We're honored that you. That we're able to create this marriage, and honored that you chose us.
Well, Marty, I can't thank you enough. We're so excited to be partnering with you guys. We think it's a great fit, and we're really excited to be under the umbrella of Dawg Nation. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a bunch, everybody. And always remember to play hard, play fair, and give back.
Exactly.
Done.